And we find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Indianapolis Colts and the Minnesota Vikings. And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26. They go play action with Ryan. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. And the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Ryan finds his big tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to move the sticks with a gain of 4 on 3rd and inches.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the darn ball and pick up the first down. I love it.
Yeah, 3rd and short, that's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school, smash mouth football. And a throw for Pittman is intercepted. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Joseph connects on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This one fielded at the 5. And able to get this out to the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Back to the air. Ryan after the pick 6. They'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
And there's a first down catch for Paris Campbell. What a welcome sign for Colts fans who've been waiting for this guy's eventual breakout. Came into the league as a second rounder in 2019 with almost 4.2 speed. Injuries, they've limited him to 15 games in 3 seasons, but the Colts still believe there's a star burner in there if he can stay out there for 17 games.
And able to give one man the slip there as he works his way forward for about 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Again, it's Taylor. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And Mark, 2021 is the season Jonathan Taylor arrived as one of the best backs in the NFL. He became the first Colt to ever win the running back triple crown, leading the league in carries, yards, and touchdowns. He didn't stop there, also leading in first downs, runs of 20-plus yards, and he had the longest run of the NFL season. Simply put, Taylor was the league's best at what he does by almost every possible metric.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. A give for Taylor running right side. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, that play was over before it even got started. Thanks for nothing, huh? How about that? That sets up a very difficult 3rd down call now.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. Now Ryan. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
And he missed it. It's no good. And this will stay at a 7-point game. Now they're set up nicely at the 45-yard line after the missed field goal from 55.
Yeah, 55 yards is anything but a gimme. You got to really concentrate on your leg swing and proper technique. This time, though, he's unable to convert.
It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down.
Another top 5 season in rushing for Cook last year's 3rd straight over 1,100 yards, and his 3rd straight ending with a Pro Bowl selection. This season can see a couple more milestones for him. He will cross 5,000 yards very early and could climb to 3rd on the Vikings' all-time list of rushing leaders.
Bobby Okereke making that tackle. Second and 9 from the 44. Cousins. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. On play action, Cousins. And that's complete to K.J. Osborne. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts' 28. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. First down, here's the run with Cook. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. Now that battle, that was won right up front.
And we're used to seeing those battles right up front, but we're used to seeing a lot of defensive tackles or more run stuffers and just play the spot where they are. How about these dancing bears we see nowadays that win the battle and then go upfield looking for runners?
Throw caught there by Osborne. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the 1st down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. The kick by Joseph is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive, capture the field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
So after the made field goal, 10-0 here early as the kick's away. Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Now Ryan on first down. Now this will be swung out wide for Taylor. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
On second down, it's Taylor. And some room to maneuver. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. $10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Colts in possession as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. They run once more with Taylor. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield. From midfield now, here's Ryan. A throw for Pittman is intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. And the Vikings are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Following the interception, Cousins. And that'll be incomplete.
Certainly looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They go play action. Cousins. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. The DeForest Buckner using those big hands and getting in there and bringing him down for the sack.
Trading for DeForest Buckner 2 years ago, still a shrewd move for the Indianapolis Colts. He's anchored their defense with 16.5 sacks in that time, as well as garnering All-Pro and Pro Bowl honors.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. It's caught on the right side. It's Smith. No gain on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. He finds Taylor, complete. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Now it's Ryan. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. The offense on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's Ryan to throw. Got an open man. That's Campbell. And he is going to have a Colts first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Throwing again, Ryan. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass.
I would say it'd probably be a good idea for him to reintroduce himself to his receivers at the half because they're definitely on different wavelengths. But I also don't advocate waiting that long. Next series, before you get out there, hey, let's get together, guys. Let's get this thing moving.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. 44 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Well, partner, if the defense isn't going to adjust and they keep giving them those 5, 6, 7-yard runs over and over, they're likely to run it the whole way to the end zone. They'll be more than happy to take the yardage available and save some of their other plays in the playbook for another time.
From just shy of midfield, Ryan. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 34-yard line. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march. First and 10, Taylor now. Down to about the 32. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. Here's Ryan. Oh, he's got his tight end, Mo Alley Cox, complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And this is an offense in need of getting a few good things to happen. Here's one right here. They've had their share of struggles in key moments, but that's a nice throw and nice work after the throw. And they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
They'll run here with Taylor. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Jonathan Taylor, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Colts have got it back to within a score. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7.
Let's focus in on what we got to do here. Let's go. Let's do this, man. Get something together. It's one play at a time, baby. Let's go.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Nwangu now from his end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They start the drive with Cook. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
Partner, we always talk about how important third down is, but I think first down is equally important because everything comes off of that play. If the defense wins the down, they are able to attack. If the offense wins the down, they might go faster, do other things, and change things up. That big play right there allows this offense to really get in gear.
First down, here's Cousins. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be second down. Throwing is Cousins. And this one right back into the hands of Jefferson. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
We know play callers can be very creative in this game today, but sometimes when they've got receivers with speed like this, they don't need to design incredibly complex calls. Sometimes it's just get the ball in his hands and let him do his thing. In a sense, less can become more, and it was right there.
Now Cousins. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there, and it's second down.
That was a nice job defensively of disguising their coverage and making it difficult for the quarterback to lock in on a receiver, and it results in an incomplete pass.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Cousins. Middle of the field to Jefferson. And he's brought down, but he has it down to the 12 on a pickup of 12. 1st and 10.
That's the third time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going, and right now it's paying off with big chunks of yardage as shown by that last play.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They'll throw again. Cousins. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. KJ Osborne, the one he was looking for. But it'll be second down.
Let's go, baby. Hey, what we got?
Throwing, Cousins. And he's got it. Touchdown. Cousins able to connect with Adam Thielen. And the Vikings will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half, and that'll give us momentum going into the second half, give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
Joseph connects on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Let's go, baby. Turn it up. Let's go. Let's do this, man.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Taken in at the 3. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here. But with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there. But they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Ryan. He's got his man. It's Pierce. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Now it's Ryan. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
On 4th down, Matt Hawk to punt it away. Here comes Rager. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Meanwhile, Cousins' throw pulled in by Jefferson. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short. To throw, Cousins. He's going to get this one down to Cook. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. On 1st and 10, Cousins. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Dayo Odangbo able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better, and I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They run it again with Cook. And they'll stop him after a gain of a couple to the 33. And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. Now we've got movement up front. And I think this is going to be on Minnesota. And a manageable third down becomes a lot less manageable. 3rd and 7 after the false start. Cook following the penalty. And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
The Vikings send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the second time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Fair catch called for and made, but now we'll have to see about the penalty. Trailing here in the second half, went for the aggressive play, got a little too aggressive.
You've got to know when to pull up, or if you're going to go for it, how to take your body across a punter's body and not into him. Not a good play at all.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
To throw again on second down. Cousins. This one brought in by Jefferson. And they're going to get this up to midfield. Play fake. Cousins. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the first.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
To the air again, it's Cousins. Throw caught there by Osborne. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Cousins gives way to Cook. Down to about the 22 here. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, there's something we haven't seen much of in this game, a really nice run. Do they decide to come back with it, or was that just a little flash, and maybe they continue to try and throw the ball?
2nd down and 3. Here's Cook again. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. Third and short yardage. Cousins got an open man finding Jefferson. And he will have a Vikings first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches.
For many people, that's not your standard play call in that 3rd down situation. But for so many offenses, they just want the ball in the hands of their playmakers in open space. And after he caught it, he did a nice job picking up the first down.
Up the middle, it's Cook. A gain of 3, 2nd down. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. Cousins on 3rd and 2. And it's caught. Touchdown, Vikings. Irv Smith Jr., a 5-yard touchdown. And the Vikings take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Joseph on for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. This taken in at the goal line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Now Ryan on first down. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. A good first down call as the screen play gets them 9.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
They give to Taylor out of the gun. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
One thing I do know that offensive linemen like, they like a guy who's carrying the ball that will take what is blocked. Not try and create a big play and maybe take a loss, not try and go where the blocking isn't. But if it's just all that's there and you just put your head and your shoulders down and get that, you get the respect of the big guys up front.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. From the gun, it's Taylor. Shifts past him at the 45. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
I don't care what anyone says. I want a big-time back gaining this kind of yardage each and every time I step on the field. A tone setter, these guys are hard to find.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Ryan. He's got the tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. And he is going to lose yardage here. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
In today's NFL, we're accustomed to the tight end getting downfield and creating plays and wreaking a little havoc in the secondary. Not on this one, though. They diagnosed that one really well.
Tried the dump off, lost yardage. To throw again on 2nd down, Ryan. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. And Danielle Hunter, he's the one who gets in there and brings him down to the ground.
It was great just to see Danielle Hunter back on the field after missing all of 2020 with a neck injury. When he's on top of his game, book him for the Pro Bowl, and he'll always be contending for All-Pro status.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll just get rid of it.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
Here we go. It's Ryan on 4th down. He finds Pierce. It's complete. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays that have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. Delivers another one to Pierce, and he'll be brought down at the 27. And just a yard to go here on 2nd down. Ryan will throw again. Going for it all. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them holding them under 200 today.
72 yards rushing here for Taylor. He's got a first down.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 18 yards that time to push him up, 1st and goal. From the gun, it's Ryan. Got a man, it's Pittman, and he holds it in for the Colts touchdown. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Colts have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you'd kept them at the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Anytime that ball comes to me, dig down deep. Let's roll. It's one play at a time, baby.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
Cousins throw there, taken in by Smith. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself, because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Cousins on 1st down. Goes right back to Smith again. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
They'll try the middle with Cook. A decent run there following the display of quick feet down just inside the 45. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Cousins now. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Bobby Okereke. And the Colts are right back in this football game. After the interception, here's Ryan. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Ryan. Throw over the middle, going to be caught here by Mo Alley-Cox. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. But correct me if I'm wrong, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
They'll throw on first down with Ryan. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
That's a ball he needs to let go of there. Wasn't the most time in the world to work through his progression, but NFL quarterbacks, they've got to sense the pressure. They've got that internal clock, and the ball has to be gone. And if you're not going to escape and run for it, you have to let it go before the pressure gets to you and puts you on the ground.
Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards. Now Ryan. And that is incomplete.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. So the field goal unit is on the field, as this is a big spot right here. This from 54 yards away. And this one is no good. He missed it. And they will not cut into that 10-point lead. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And even with the missed field goal that we just saw, they still have to try and erase a 2-score fourth-quarter deficit. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on first down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on, because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
second down, they go right back to Cook. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Now, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Now Cousins. Flushed out right. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Shaquille Leonard, the linebacker. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. Important extra point up and through. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter.
This is where you step up, right? Let's do it. Let's go do this. Let's go, fellas.
So they got their touchdown. Now down a field goal. Here comes the onside kick. And the Vikings able to recover. The hands team does its job. And now looking at the clock here, they do have 2 timeouts, but even if they force a 3 and out, they're going to have very little time remaining.
So that means they've got to be aggressive and find a way to knock the ball free. They've got to come up with it because they can't just rely, as you noted, on using their timeouts and getting the ball back. They might not have any time to mount an attack, even if they do play it that way. Get the football. That's their mantra.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. They have the 3-point lead. Defense did their job. Now, late game, although it looks good, you know the coaches, they haven't counted this as a victory yet.
I agree with you totally. Big applause for the defense, but no one is taking their headset off on the sidelines. They don't believe this game is over. The offense has to close this one out by taking care of the football.
And they'll try to close it out now. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And they will take a knee here. Second and 11. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. A loss of 1, now a loss of 2, and they're staring at a 3rd and 13. And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Cousins just going to take this one down to a knee and end it. A couple more minutes and maybe the outcome of this one, Charles, would have been different, but ultimately time runs out on the comeback, so it falls short, and they hold on to win this by just 1 possession.
Not the fourth quarter they wanted, but they did earn the win, and they'll be happy about that, and they should be. Now they're going to go back to practice, see what they can do to prevent a future lead from slipping away like this one was.